Thanks, guys, for joining me today. I know you guys are with the Iroquois Falls Storm, and I just wanted to speak to you guys. Bothwell is a proud sponsor of you guys, and we really support Canadian athletes that are just striving to be great and dedicated in their field. And I'm happy to talk to you guys. So if you want to go around, maybe give a little bit of an introduction and how you guys are a part of the team.
I'm Alex St. Pierre, one of the forwards. I come from just north of Barrie. I played on the team last year, and this is my second year returning, and I'm ready to get going again.
Awesome.
And I'm Gina Nicolau. I'm Vice President of the Iroquois Falls Storm. I have been through its inception when we started off as the Cochrane Crunch. So we moved 2 years ago. So this is our third year in Iroquois Falls. And my role pretty much is managing and operating and, taking care of everything.
And I'm number 93, Landon Chathui. I come from Fenton Falls, Ontario, and I'm a left winger.
Okay, awesome. I know you said you just made the change a couple years ago. We were also supporting you when you were the Cochrane Crunch. Yeah. So how's the change been?
Spectacular. What I like to say, though, is that we had a lot of challenges in Cochrane. When we went, we purchased the team, Tom and myself, during COVID. And people thought we were crazy for going and purchasing a junior team literally in the middle of
nowhere.
And nowhere. So where we are today, we can look back and all the challenges, all the players that sacrificed and did everything they did are where we are here because of all the transition. I think if we have fallen into and taken the team over what we did with no experience in a junior A team. Tom, his background is extensive in hockey, and that's all he's done his whole career. And he ran four leagues, and he had hockey schools. He played pro hockey, and so his background was that, but running a junior team is much different. With that said, as we sort of fell into it, and now that we're in Iroquois Falls and very much with open arms moved into Iroquois Falls, the experience has been really, really great. And last year, one of our last boys who were in Cochrane graduated, so that whole pass is there. And now looking at these boys here who are, Len is graduating this year, so looking at that and every year, it's really good. And my role has changed. When we went to Cochrane, I did everything. Because of COVID, I was trainer. There was no other buddy running anything but myself and Tom. And for myself, now transitioning as a vice president and responsible as a corporation, that has to change. You still want to be personable. You still want to know the players. You still want to connect with them. And a lot of what George stands for is why we value George not only in his sponsorship, and we are where we are today because of George. We would not have sustained ourselves if it wasn't for him. But his experience, his life experiences as a business owner, right, and his philosophy has helped myself and Tom be where we are today and try and bring that back into these players as well.
That's amazing. Yeah. George is always so proud of talking about you guys and all of the athletes that we sponsor, and is always excited to share news about what you guys are doing. So I know your season starts probably pretty soon. So maybe you can talk a little bit about what that season looks like for you. I know you probably have some challenges with like scheduling, seeing that your players are 16 to 20. It's a very transitionary period for the players as well, I would imagine. I remember when I was that age. And what that looks like and what that balance, maybe from you two as well, what that balance looks like between, graduating high school and maybe getting a job and kind of starting to look at what your career is going to develop into.
When I first came to Iroquois, I just graduated high school and I was kind of lost in what I was going to do. So I just pretty much went straight. I just worked construction for the first up until the winter. And then I got in touch with Tom and Gina, and they ended up bringing me in. And I've loved it ever since. Like, I could sit here and talk forever about how great the organization is, how great the community is. They treat us exceptionally well. As far as the scheduling goes, it's like we do our best. Obviously, it's a busy time for us. we do go on the road a lot, but we manage pretty well with road trips and all that, and like home games are absolutely amazing. Like the fan base we get from Iroquois is like something that you could only hope for in a dream, right? So it's perfect.
That's awesome.
And as far as balancing school as well, last year I was in grade 12 and playing in Iroquois Falls. But yeah, the coaches and organization make sure to prioritize school as well and work around that schedule. So education isn't forgotten about and it is prioritized. So yeah, you go to school and then right away you're back at the rink putting in the work. So as much as it is a busy schedule, they make it work for us and look out for our future and whatnot. And the organization just wants the best for us. So it's busy, but it's good to keep us busy, kind of.
To give you a perspective of how much time and effort the players and the coaching staff and everybody puts in, they practice between 5 and 6 days a week. So they're on the ice, they're at the arena early by 3:00. So, and then some practices, they're on Wednesdays, they are on the ice at 8:00.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the mornings, they have a schedule for their training and in the gym as well. And they do a lot of outreach. So we're very proud to say that we have the people behind us as well in our organization who are part of the community and believe in the same things we do. So they, the boys go every Wednesday to the Lions Club and at a bingo hall, and they go and they volunteer and they call it the bingo and they're present there. We give free passes, they win passes and stuff and bring them in. They go to the bowling alley on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
On Tuesdays.
Wow.
They volunteer at the school, they do readings, they're constantly present. And so they are very much kept not only busy, but we're trying to encourage and develop young individuals to go out into the world, right? And not only give back, but feel what they're doing. We want them to do it without thinking about it. Just like a corporation, this is what we sort of see it. Our players, we teach them is you go to work every day. This is your work. And within a working environment, you're going to come into things that you don't agree with, or you can have an argument with your boss or whomever be. You may want something and the answer may not be what you wanted to hear. It's a teaching ground all around. Being an athlete and being away from home, especially starting from 16 and moving up, like Landon being 16 coming in and watching him as a 16-year-old and seeing him now as a 20-year-old and the difference who he is, I can say as well, is that Landon? Like honestly, is that Landon? He's not a kid anymore, he's a young man. And that's what we take pride in. Once a storm, always a storm. Our organization is what also feel what Bothwell Accurate has here with their employees. The values are so closely related. They have to buy into what your organization and what your core value is. It takes a lot to recruit a player, to get them here, to buy into the dressing room and the coaching staff. And for them to leave the next year and not want to be part of it, it's like an employee. You're investing into them.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want somebody to be there if they're not happy, right? Of course we want, and that's our goal. Our goal is for our players to move on to something better. But we also want them to know that this is always a home that they'll always have no matter where they go. So let's just give you a little bit of seeing somebody like Landon at 16 to 20 years old. That gives me pride to say is that he came back even from his challenges that he's had. You want to share your story?
Yeah. Last summer, before coming up to Iroquois, we had an unfortunate house fire, and me and a couple of my buddies were in the house at the time. Everyone ended up being okay. Like we did end up losing everything, but best case scenario, like nobody got seriously injured, nobody got seriously burned. It sucks, but at the end of the day, something up there was looking out for us to the point where we all made it out okay. We were in the hospital for a couple days, but like as soon as the storm organization found out, they reached out to my family wondering like, what can we do? Like, do you need a GoFundMe? Do you need this? Do you need that? They bought me new hockey equipment. They really do treat us well.
It sounds like you're really building a community. It's not just a hockey team that you guys just show up, play some puck and then go home. You're really creating a community and a family and like a third home where your players want to come, they want to show up, they want to grow, and they want to become the best version of themselves, whether it's on the ice playing hockey or if it's, you know, your mental health or what you want to do with your career, and just kind of growing into young men who are going to go out into the world and have these good values that you're teaching them across the board with its community outreach and other further development. It really seems like it's incredible to be a part of, and I know that Bothwell also has a lot of those same values that George really fosters, and we really value to have people and workers that want to be here, want to do good work, want to grow, want to be part of the community. I know personally I love driving downtown a lot for work, and it's always amazing when I'm with somebody or my friend that's not from the city and I'm like, oh, look at that building, and I'll be like, oh yeah, we did the roofing there, and oh yeah, that one where we're gonna start the glazing on that project. And it's really cool and exciting that I can be a part of not just a company like this, but part of a city. And it seems like Iroquois Falls, it's further out there, and I know you said you guys do a little bit of community outreach, but can you speak a little bit about how the hockey team like affects the community, or how you feel like the support from the community? I know you guys
For
get
sure.
a ton
That's a really
of
great
people
question.
out.
Do you want to guys?
I'd
start
love
with?
to take this one, yeah, because
Okay,
I could
go
talk
ahead,
about the
I love
Iroquois
it.
Falls community all day. So as Gina was saying, we do a lot of volunteering in the community, whether
Yeah.
it's bingo nights or bowling, whatever we're doing. Like we're always out in the community. I'd say 2 to 3 times a week, and the support we get from just going out is unreal. Like we can tell it means a lot to the community when we do go out, and we can see that we get that exchange where they come to the games and they're loud, they're cheering for us, they show out for us. It's unreal. And like, even you're walking around the rink just at practice time, and a kid will walk up to you and you'll say, hey, can I have your autograph? And it's just the little things like that
That's
you
so
know,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
it means the world to
And
us,
it
right?
means a lot to them
Exactly,
too, right?
yeah.
So we gained new volunteers because of the boys outreach. When I asked the question to Alex, why do they want to volunteer with us? And the reason was that the players in the community, of them going to the schools, of them being present, of the difference that they were making in those children's lives. And that meant a lot to me and to Tom. Our core value and our core being of why we started it and why we wanted a junior team has expanded so much. They go to Valuemore, which they're a local sponsor, and the owners there open their doors. The boys go, and this year they're going to be doing it once a week. But they pack groceries and they help people, take them to their cars. The elders and everybody absolutely love them. We've had individuals who bought season tickets who have never stepped foot in a hockey arena. That has to say something for the community and for the players and being out there. So those are stories that we don't get to tell, and I'm really glad I have the opportunity to tell them, because that's the back end of people just don't see. It's more than the game itself on the ice. There's a lot more involved to it.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys, it's rare, I feel, that I'm hearing stories about a hockey team or an organization that you guys are running that are putting so much out into the community, and that you guys are so proud to be doing it. It's not something you're doing out of obligation because you feel like you're going to get something out of it. You're doing it because you're welcomed into this community and you really want to be integrated and a part of it. And that's actually really moving to hear.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a very small town, so throughout the volunteering process as well, you kind of get to know everyone in the town, and we love that, because you'll see someone maybe you met at the grocery store, they're coming out to support us, and it's cool to see. It's nice to see, because everyone's kind of tight knit in the small community we have.
What's the population?
4,500.
4,500. Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty big, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
and so very, very loyal fans we have. So throughout volunteering, we try to give back as much as we can, because they give so much to us as well. So.
Wow, I love it. Now, I already said that we're so proud to be sponsoring you guys, especially hearing more about your story and about what you guys stand for and how dedicated and driven you are, not just in the athletic department, but just in the building and fostering a community and really instilling values in your players and building them into young men ready to go out into the world and be a part of society. Maybe you could talk about, how our sponsorship helps you guys.
I could talk about that all day. And these guys know that.
I'm not trying to pump our tires, but I'm
you
just
don't have to pump any
something to
tires
share.
at all. I will say this: when people ask and they see the logo of Bothwell Accurate, I said, "Well, they build roofs." I said, "But who they are is George," and I go on to the values of George and what he's building. George offers to us, to me and Tom specifically, the financial backing. We say if it wasn't there, we wouldn't be where we are today. George also offers us the insight as business owners, right? To be able to grow, right? To be able to help this organization grow so we can help the town grow, right? It's no longer, we would say it's not about us, right? It's about those within our community and those within. And that's really what it stands for. I really respect George because he goes out and he's making a difference. And we need to do the same thing. We need to do more of what he does. And that's what he's offering us as well. The courage, the insight, the wisdom to continue doing and growing of what we started, right? And continue expanding. So he provides a lot more than most people would actually know. They see the logo. And to me, that logo, and I want these guys to know that logo means a lot more than just the B and A on there. It's the meat and potatoes of what Bothwell Accurate and he stands for that he's actually giving us more and the opportunity to continue doing what we're doing.
Go ahead. I was from the sounds of what you've told me about how you guys have been running on foot with this organization. It sounds like you're doing exactly that.
We're trying.
Oh, it sounds like you guys are doing an incredible job, and hopefully to continue to grow and build this community that you've been so passionate about. Clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like today was my first day meeting George. Meeting the president of such a big company, you'd think kind of like he's a little, cockier or whatever, but coming in and meeting him and just the stories he was sharing, it's like you really can tell he cares about his employees and he cares about everyone being happy at the workplace. He doesn't, you can tell he looks after his employees and he genuinely cares for the well-being of everybody here, which is, it's nice to hear that, someone that high up in such a big company truly has good core values like that.
Yes, and an open door policy.
Exactly.
He always makes time for anyone that wants to talk. It's not just hidden in his little corner office with nothing to do with any of the people. He's always walking around and very involved, even just, shooting the shit, talking, just seeing how everyone's weekend's going and what they're up to. So it's a great company to work for. So thank you guys for taking the time to sit down and have a little bit of an impromptu chat here. We appreciate you coming and touring our building and kind of seeing a little bit more about Bothwell's about. I get to learn a little bit more about what the fall's about, and thank you. We wish you the best of luck with your next season, and we're always here to support, and we're excited to hear what's next.
Well, we thank you guys as well for this opportunity. It's really great to sit down and chat with you as well.